Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. I'm Julia Roche, and I'm joined now by Petco CEO Ron Coughlin, fresh off the company's fourth quarter earnings results, its first report since going public back in January. The pet supplies retailer reporting a quarterly profit of 17 cents per share, beating those estimates by 6 cents. Also, revenue topping estimates coming in at $1.34 billion, and those comparable store sales up 17% in the quarter. Ron, obviously a very strong 2020 for you guys. And when I was listening to the earnings call, I was sensing a lot of optimism from you that strength can continue in the year ahead. So let's talk about that. How much of this can be attributed to the pandemic, and where do you see the acceleration of growth going forward?
Thanks for the question, and thanks for having me. If you look at what's going on with COVID, what happened was people were at home, they were a little depressed, and they wanted furry friends to make them feel better. And there were 3 million incremental new pets that came into our lives in 2020, and there's elevated pets coming into our lives in 21. So what that generates is, yes, a COVID lift for 2020, and we accelerated in Q4. But for our business, it provides an annuity. It's not like a home gym that you get and then you don't get another one for 5-10 years. You're going to have to feed, groom, vaccinate that pet for the next decade. So it's an annuity for our business. The second thing I'd say is, if you look at what we're seeing from Q1, we're probably 6 weeks in, is positive. We see continued momentum in Q1, and a big part of it is the momentum with new pets.
You know, another thing that was obviously driving growth for you guys, digital up 90%. And you mentioned you acquired 1 million new customers in the quarter. I want to talk about digital, and you were talking about an annuity with the new pet owners. Where do you see the opportunity within digital to kind of bring more folks to the ecosystem, but find recurring revenue streams?
Yeah. That's exactly our strategy, drive more of our business into recurring revenue, whether that be in our repeat delivery, where we automatically ship your food. My food comes every Tuesday to my doorstep, or our pup box, which is new pet owners. We have a box of toys and treats, et cetera, that we ship once a month, or our insurance offering, or one of the things we're really excited about is Vital Care, which is the industry's first membership program. So for $19 a month, you get your checkup, you get your vaccination, you get grooming capabilities as well as discounts. And so more of our business is shifting to that recurring revenue. But what I'd say about our digital business is COVID really highlighted the strategic structural advantage we have. Because we have ship from store, because we have BOPUS, curbside, and same-day delivery, 80% of our e-commerce orders go through our pet care centers, formerly known as stores. And what that means is we're faster to customers and lower costs than our online competitors. So it really is a structural advantage for us.
Mm-hmm. You just referred to your stores as a pet care center, this kind of end-to-end offering for your customers. It is interesting because, a lot of conversation in recent years around the importance of brick and mortar. Talk to us about kind of how you're creating a halo effect around your stores. And I think you're building out a lot of vet clinics. And how is that kind of bringing in a more premium customer for you all?
That's right. A couple of years ago, there was lots of questions. Are stores an albatross or an anchor? And what we found is now it's the exact opposite. They create strategic advantage. We don't call them stores anymore because they're the salons for pets. They're the doctor's office for pets. They're actually the schools for pets. And they're now micro distribution centers. So they're highly strategic. Our traffic is growing in our pet care centers. Our basket is growing in our pet care centers. And as you cite, we're bringing in vet. We brought in 44 new vets into our pet care centers in 2020. We're over 125 right now. We'll eventually get to 900 of our pet care centers with vets. Here's the amazing thing. We bring in about 1,500 square foot of a vet hospital. It's a true hospital in that location. But our center store sales go up by 4 to 5 points. So it's a win for the customer. We get the vet revenue, but we also get a center store lift of 4 to 5%. So it's transformational for our business.
I also want to talk about your employees. I heard on the conference call you were talking about the vaccination, the COVID-19 vaccination, and kind of incentivizing employees. Talk to us about that program. What kind of results are you seeing when you're incentivizing your employees to get the vaccine? Are you seeing an uptick, or are they coming on board? And I would love to hear. I think a lot of corporate America wants to hear from you. What's the playbook there?
Yeah. So our mission is all about improving lives, pet lives, pet parent lives, and the lives of the partners that work for us. And, COVID brought to a lot of corporate America, we have a responsibility as well. And masking was a great example of that. Keeping people safe was a great example of that, where we have 1/3 the penetration in our population of COVID because of the safety measures we've taken. And to accelerate out of this, we believe vaccinations are important, and we wanted our partners to be incented to get the vaccinations. So we as a country and we as a company get healthier and healthier and safer. So we put out a $75 incentive for anybody who gets a vaccination regimen, but we also put $25 into the employee emergency fund for anyone who does that as well, as a safety net for folks. And we got a lot of positive effect. And we have a internal chat that we use. And I see all these, I got my vaccination today, I got my vaccination today. And it's just great to see people getting safer and safer.
Well, Ron Coughlin, CEO of Petco, I thank you so much for your time. Please come back and see us again.